There are still some places in Ontario practicing very inhumane COVID protocols, and it should be a cause for outrage all across the province. So I was browsing online, looking on news stories, seeing stories come up on social media, and I clicked on one story, a CBC article about a man lamenting the fact that he was not able to comfort his dying mother in hospital, a hospital in Scarborough. He wasn't allowed to be by her side because of COVID protocols. And I read it and it reminded me of all those stories from 2020 of people saying the same thing. And I thought, yeah, these old stories, it is just awful. Lots of terrible things going on in 2020, lots of awful rules. I don't think those hospital ones were acceptable even back then, but I thought at least this is behind us. I was wrong. I looked at the date stamp, April 2022. Right now, still going on. A Scarborough hospital saying to a guy, you're not allowed in to see your dying mother. And why? What was the case? Well, she had been transferred from a long-term care facility to the hospital. The long-term care facility was deemed under COVID outbreak, so she had to be put in isolation. She tested negative for COVID, but still her son was not allowed to see her. She died alone. He was not able to be there. He could not see his mother in hospital. How is this acceptable? It's not. It's pure garbage, and the very highly paid healthcare executives at these facilities that are allowing these rules to still be on the books, they should be ashamed of themselves. There's a play called Antigone from antiquity, from ancient Greece. It's one of the first pieces of recorded Western literature. And the plot of this, Antigone is a woman, her brother dies, and she wants to go bury him. But the king says, no, I've changed the rules, and you can't go ahead with the burial. And that's what causes the whole issue, that tension. And this is, of course, a tragedy and one of the foundational pieces of Western literature. And the point of it, and I bring this up for this very reason, is how deeply ingrained it is in our culture to say, yes, people have a right to do these sorts of things. The end-of-life process matters. The burial rites, the funerals, the being beside someone as they are dying. And yet, for some reason, some hospital exec, a number of hospital execs around Ontario, are allowing these rules to still be in place because of fear-mongering over a virus. Make it work. Get this guy in to see her. Outbreak this or that, protocol this, do what you test this or whatever. Who cares? The mother is dying. The family bond should be deemed sacred. And yet, oh no, because of this virus, which everybody has right now, thankfully the new variants have proven much milder than things were before. Pretty much everybody's vaccinated. There's now antiviral drugs. We figured things out, folks. Why is a ridiculous rule like this still on the books? This family was wronged. And any other family that's going through this right now, they are being wronged as well. I hope Premier Doug Ford, addresses this issue, Health Minister Christine Elliott. This rule has to be overturned. They have to ban hospitals from doing this ridiculous stuff immediately. People should be outraged about this.